All right.
Low energy.
Yeah.
Bring that.
So here's probably the third song in a series of songs that I should probably not attempt to play or sing, but we'll give it a shot.
It's your best one ever.
Best one ever. You don't have to be beautiful to listen to us.
It helps.
I just need your subscription, baby, to turn this on. You don't need no money or celebrity clout. You just leave it up to me. I'm gonna show you what it's all about. You don't have to be rich to Ramblecast. You don't have to be cool to rule my world. Ain't no particular sound I'm compatible with. I just want your time on the Ramble. Cast.
I gotta say that was outstanding.
My one critique on this is you should have said, "I just want your Chris."
Oh, that's true. Yeah,
Because
Chris. Yeah.
yeah, we've been missing Chris. So supposedly he's coming tonight. So those listeners that
He had to
are
work,
tuning
and he's got a long drive. So, oh man,
apparently,
there's a chip in my stolen glass. I already broke one.
Oh, those suck too because you forget about them and then you cutting yourself later.
We got these from the Hilton Hotel in is it the Bayside Hilton? Whatever it is, at Comic-Con. And we got two. Yeah. We got two drinks at the bar, so we took them upstairs. It was like $56 for two drinks.
Damn!
Wow.
It's Comic-Con, so
yeah, you want to keep the glass.
So I put them outside. They didn't pick them up, so we were checking out. I said, "I'm taking them." One broke, and now I just noticed there's a chip in here. I'm like, it's my favorite glass.
Always happens.
It's my fine china, bitch.
Nick, kudos on that version of the song. I thought you did a good job.
Oh, thank you.
So, I mean, you wrote lyrics for it too.
Yeah,
I always write lyrics. Have y'all never noticed that?
No, I never noticed it.
No, I thought you were just copying the same song.
Pretty much. I was always like, wow, he keeps finding these songs with the name Matt.
Yeah,
right.
Chris and Jack.
Matt and Ramblecast. I'm like,
yeah, I'm
man.
like, it's so wild.
Well, I mean, there's so many songs written about the Ramblecast. I just have to play them
because about your plagiarizing.
They're tributes to us. So I was like, well, you know.
If it's got cast in the title, I mean,
instead of making songs about it, just send us the cash. Okay,
yeah, I would like that. Yeah,
I mean, nothing. Yeah,
at least the royalties. Yeah,
royalties. Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Yeah, every now and then one will pop in my head, or I'll hear it. And I'm like, how can I work a cast into that?
What
song?
made you? What made you think of that song? Did you just hear it recently?
I think I just heard it. Yeah, the vast majority of the songs I play is because I always plug my phone in my car while I drive, and I just put it on random. And so if I'm driving and all of a sudden I hear a lick that I can somehow put either a story about us four in it or have Ramblecast in it.
The technical term.
I'll kind of lyric.
A lyric, yeah.
Lick.
I thought you had a dog in the back of your seat.
Just my cat is actually in the background licking himself. So.
I can see that.
Yeah, and bringing it full circle.
Why do dogs lick their balls? Because they can.
There's definitely been a few songs where I'm like, that would be an awesome song, but then I look at the chords and I'm like, nah, not gonna happen. Or because it could be a piano song where it's just constantly changing or something. I'm like, yeah, I'm not learning.
I did that a couple of times with the Lost podcast. I did a couple of songs where I said, They were probably better than Jay's, but I didn't want to show them up. So.
Right. Exactly.
Sure, I get it.
50 Ways to Leave the Island.
Right, I remember that. Yeah, I remember all the songs. My favorite song was I always think. I mean, my favorite song was one of Jay's, and it's the one that he always kind of like laughs. This one I like. I liked Dharma Peanut Butter was my favorite one.
Oh, Dharma Peanut Butter
because it was like Well, because it's like, yeah, rich, creamy, Dama peanut butter. And then he'd have the like a alternate vocal in the background going, peanut butter, yeah. You know, and I just remember like that's a good one, Jay.
My favorite one was the numbers one. Lenny, because I couldn't sing 4, 8, 15, 16, 23, 42. 4, 8, 15, 16, 23, 40. I could, Lenny, I could not do it. I could not do it. And I think that was a collaboration between Jorge, Ryan, and Jay. And I go, well, I don't have to be on it. I don't care. He goes, no, I want you to sing it. This part, I go, and I just butchered it. So he left it in there because he thought it was funny to humiliate me trying to sing that. I couldn't do it.
I wonder if any Losties ever did a version of like Partridge in a Pear Tree, except with the numbers. You know, like 4 something something 8 something something 15 blah 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 blahs.
I wonder if they did.
Yeah. Anyway.
I know someone stole Jay's song and put it on YouTube, and it got like 60,000 views. I go, there's it was a lot of views. I said, Jay, someone took the Lenny song and changed it and put their their video.
They blatantly. It is actually Jay's song then.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, then he probably could have sued them for a nickel.
Well, nickel. Well, it adds up. That's what we get paid every month here.
A nickel a day.
Helps keep the doctor away.
Yeah.
Anyway, I digress. I thought you were going to say one of my songs was your favorite, but that's okay, Nick. We're fine still.
Well, it's amazing that I even remember that far back. That any of us can really, because I mean those were all 2006, 2007 when most of those songs were written. Cindy's phone, when she plays her music that she has down, every now and then a call will come in. Hey, Jay and Chad. And hey, Randy, I thought you were on vacation. Oh, congratulations to Randy. Went 16-0 this week on his NFL picks. Yeah, Mausers has made an appearance, Matt, on like the last 3 episodes. He just kind of
he's licking his wounds that he's eventually going to place on you.
I need to send you an Instagram video.
By the way, this isn't Meowsers.
It's not. Oh, okay.
We have 2 cats now. And our second cat, which is creatively named.
That's a lot. That's a lot of pussy.
So everyone out there, we're looking at a video of his cat in the background.
Licking himself.
Yeah, licking himself.
I just thought everybody should really be subjected to this since it's happening in the background.
Can I tell you something, Matt? Tape a banana to it, and it's going to be worth like $6 million.
Anyway, so I think I talked about this on the podcast at some point, but we, we adopted this cat that we creatively named Kitty. Because at the time, we were like, we don't want to get too attached.
Are you fans of Gunsmoke?
Miss Kitty.
Miss Kitty?
No, I think it's pretty obvious what we named Kitty after. Just the fact that if it was a turtle, it would be named Turtley. But anyway, I digress.
I thought it was a Presidents of the United States of America, the band, reference.
Yeah.
Right. Not that either.
Kitty. Yeah.
I thought Randy was flying somewhere.
Oh, Bangkok. Wow.
Randy is sitting in Bangkok airport waiting for my next flight. Waiting for him to post the gate. Well.
See?
Thanks for letting us ride along on the cock.
Yeah.
So 9:30 a.m. there. Wow. Talk about full.
That's dedication, Randy.
I mean,
where are you eventually going, Randy?
It's 10 minutes off of the normal
need
standard
to leave Bangkok. It's its own world.
It's like 9:40.
Well, he said he's waiting for a plane, so I'm assuming.
Oh yeah, he might be. I mean, if he's going down south, because like where James Bond Island is and all that stuff in the south is really great.
I mean, you just say James Bond and you got to hear the trumpets come in. Anyway, both our cats look very much alike, but Kitty is slightly more faded, whereas Meowsers is that kind of strong orangey, creamy kind of color. So,
laughing at Matt Treese.
Yeah,
I got that fucking song in my head.
I need to send you a video, Matt. I saw it the other day and I did save it. It's this guy who thinks he cracked the code to cat language, and all he's figured out is how to say "come here." in like the cat language, and like so every time it's a certain like and then like every single time his cat will come, but he only does it like if that's the only way it'll come if he does it that certain way.
Huh?
You know how he did it? He went and gave the cat a treat every time.
Could be, but I just want to see if anyone else has a cat and tries it and see if it works.
Our cat actually knows its name, and it's surprising because most cats don't respond to their name. So, and he's also quite a lap hound. Yeah,
I'd like to find that guy, see if he can figure out how to cat leave the house, move to our cat.
Oh,
our cat Timmy. Because the other day we had our automatic vacuum going downstairs, and guess what? Timmy had thrown up.
Oh,
so the cat. We have one little couple throw rugs down there, and cat just drug the throw up through there. I'm like going. I go, well, now I got to clean out the vacuum. And so he goes, why? I go, because it's all in the vacuum, and that's where it was. It's okay. I'm good now with my chip glass.
Matt Treese bringing a fun fact. The guy who sang that song, and you're referring to One Night in Bangkok, Murray Head's brother played Rupert on Ted Lasso. So
wait, who's Rupert?
Ted Lasso? He's Rupert Mannion. He's the villain. It's like if there's ever anyone to hate.
Okay, Rupert. Yeah, I got it now. Really, I did not know that.
So my family and I, we were doing kind of a rewatch of Ted Lasso, which, by the way, it's just an amazing show. Like season 3, like I think people kind of overlook it because it's really almost kind of like season 3 and 4 because those episodes are almost twice as long as the other 2 seasons. Like the first season, it's like you get 30-minute episodes.
I should watch
40 minutes.
Because season 3 to me felt like a roller coaster. I mean, as in just like
there's different movements to it. It's just like there's and slight spoilers. For the greatest show that you haven't watched yet, but there's like the Zava part,
right?
Like that is its own arc, and then in the middle you have kind of a more of a Nate, redemption arc starting to occur. It doesn't come full circle to the end.
Because you want to punch, spoiler, you want to punch Nate in the face.
Oh, absolutely.
You do. I mean, it's so hard for that actor. I mean, can you imagine like the years in which
character to
and it made me think of, just as our family watches shows and stuff like that, we were talking about the actor that plays Rupert Mannion and how like does he go to restaurants? He's like, please, like I'm a good person.
Right.
I am that
maybe he's not.
Please don't spit in my food again.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like
I don't want to play darts.
Even the guy that plays Ted Lasso's love adversary will say, Jake, you gotta like think like that actor is be like.
You wonder though, like in his private life, does he look 100% different than what his character looks like? Because like in Game of Thrones, for example, the guy that played Varys, because he always wears robes and he's bald, but then in his real life, he has like this gorgeous head of silver hair. And then he has like a beard, so he looks nothing like the character. So you might not even recognize.
That's me when I'm podcasting. Because here I look like I'm bald.
I know, right? But after
I got this.
It's a secret life.
Flows.
His comedy is very dark.
I think he says dorky.
Dorky. Okay, sorry. That'll be my eyes.
Yeah, I think there's people that have actors have talked about going out in public and being, like the kid that played Joffrey in Game of Thrones. I mean, he ended up quitting acting because I don't think it was.
I don't think it was that reason. Yeah,
I think he just wanted to do something and move on. But I mean, there's people throughout time that it's just been. It's like people that are like the people that are funny on movies and TV shows, but they're not funny in real life.
Right.
They're just good actors, and people go, "Well, you're not funny." It's kind of just weird. We just.
Or this, like I of course I've never met Will Ferrell, but there's definitely a few video examples of Will Ferrell out in public, and they're saying he's actually kind of a dick because he doesn't like people walking up to him on the street, and people laugh at what he's doing, but really he's just being obnoxiously prickish because he wants you to go away, and you're like, wow, like I mean, I can see that after 20 years of people going, "Holy shit, it's Will Ferrell!" But
right,
yeah,
you know,
I mean, it'd be hard.
Well, I know that Terry O'Quinn, that it was in the Lost documentary. He said, he goes, when people come up to me and he goes, some people are shy. He goes, the hell? I go, if I can be remembered, if someone says I'm great every day, I don't care. Right. But there's some actors that appreciate the and other actors it's kind of like give me my space.
I think it depends on the especially at Comic-Con, you bump into an actor every 10 feet. Well, sometimes you do. Used to in the past, but I think I've said that before. Like the one time I met, I can't remember his name, but the guy that played Jamie in Battlestar Galactica, or that is his name, Jamie Bauer or Jamie, and then he played he's not Starbuck, he's the other one, Apollo. The actor that played Apollo. I have nothing to say to him. Really, like when you bump into him, you're like, oh yeah, you were at Band of Brothers and you were in Battlestar Galactica. That's the only two things I know him from.
Well, he's in LA Law version in London TV, British TV.
But yeah, like how do you strike up a conversation?
Yeah,
like,
what do you say?
Like,
hey,
you don't walk
up to someone and go, hey, look, there's Boomer.
Yeah, okay. I just drew a blank on her name. I just happened to be watching Battlestar Galactica at the time. Come on, man. Well, it's Boomer. Oh God, I blew that.
I mean, I think everybody, when they meet a celebrity, they don't know what to say, or an actor or whatnot. But he's the one I always remember the most of not knowing what the hell to say, because he I had said, hey man, I really liked you in this, and got a quick photo with him. But then after that, he looked at me like, did I want anything else from him? And I just kind of was like, I'm good. I don't know, what do you say?
Well, I was at a stoplight standing next to the guy that played Boomer's husband. I'm drawing a blank on the actor's name, and the guy that played Starbucks
Chris,
husband.
The guy that played Chris on our show.
Chris, was there. And I'm standing next to him. I look up. I go, oh crap! What are their names? I go, I can't even. I've drawn a blank on their character names. I'm just this is, and so I just said, just kind of, how's it going? And I go, good. I go, okay. Didn't know what to say, so yeah. At least I didn't say, hey, Boomer.
I actually thought about a conversation we had, I think last episode, about Tom Selleck. I'd forgotten. We were talking about how, like, Quigley Down Under and Mr. Baseball, like, are kind of forgotten classics in a way. But then I've forgotten about the movie that actually killed his career, which was Old Folks, I think, or was what it was. It's like he made that roughly at the same time. But that was like, because he had basically all those movies were bombs, but that was the one that like was the death nail of like Tom Selleck being a headlining movie star. Yeah,
it's funny that he didn't. I guess the Magnum was just so strong.
Yeah,
that you just couldn't separate him from. But like Quigley Down Under is excellent. Like you said, Mr. Baseball is a great movie.
Mm-hmm.
But he just couldn't shake the Magnum PI thing. But he made a couple stinkers. I mean, he made a couple bad ones.
I mean, everybody does. I mean, but that's
welcome back, Chris.
Oh yeah, hey Chris.
He's actually been here for the last 30 minutes, but
well, when I can get a word in, I'm gonna take my shot. So
fair enough. You got to take your shot.
So, Chris, what cat do you think is behind Matt right now?
Fuck, is there another one?
See? He cloned Meowsers. This is Meowsers 2.
Meowsers 2, okay.
By the way, the cat is still enjoying...
He calls it nose.
He's just taking a bath. I mean, it's inappropriate, Matt. It's taking a bath,
Jesus Christ, stop licking yourself. It's been going on the whole show. And I'm Randy. I'm sorry about the chair. I'll get some WD-40 on it soon.
Oh shit! Now he's leaving. Great. Okay.
You can sense Chris's presence.
So, Chris, what you been up to?
Hey,
did you have Thanksgiving where you're at?
Yeah, I did. I did have Thanksgiving where I was at. Yeah, this year we did things a little bit differently. Normally, I say for like the last few years, I've gone out to go get my mom and bring her out this part of the state. She lives out in Western Mass, a couple hours west here. And
in the mountain area. Wow.
Yeah. Well, actually, it is. Yeah, it's actually the beginning of the Appalachians over there. But this year we didn't do that because it's just getting harder for my mom to be out and about and in different places that she's not familiar with. So we decided to go out there the Sunday before Thanksgiving and have our own little Thanksgiving feast with her. And then I got together with my brother's family and my family and whatnot on Thanksgiving proper. It was nice. It was a little time. Good Thanksgiving. How about y'all?
I used to go down to New Mexico and go camping during Thanksgiving, but this year some of my neighbors were kind of having like a potluck because everyone in my neighborhood's in their late 70s or older.
Yeah.
And so they're like, yeah, like, you know, these neighbors are going to come over and these neighbors come over. So like everybody just bring a dish and so I just ended up hanging out with a bunch of my neighbors. And
what did you bring?
I made the worst mashed potatoes I've ever made in my life. And it's my own damn fault, really. It'd been a couple years since I'd actually made mashed potatoes, and I didn't.
What made them so bad?
I didn't.
Can I ask the question? How do you fuck up mashed potatoes?
Oh, you can fuck up mashed potatoes.
You can fuck up mashed potatoes.
You can fuck up a mashed potato.
No, they still were okay. Like you could eat them, but they
weren't classic Nick mashed
Yes,
potatoes.
exactly. They're not to my standard, so it's going to ruin the whole thing if it's not to what I expect them to be.
But you're pretty hard on yourself, and you're pretty picky. So
yeah, exactly. I'm particular, not picky.
There you go.
So no, basically, I had gotten enough. I got probably too many potatoes, and a couple of them that were on top did not fully cook all the way, and I didn't have enough time to really keep in order to make it, there. And so I started mashing them, realizing that at least two of them were still a little raw in the middle, and when I was mashing them, those two were the ones that just would not cooperate whatsoever. And so they were kind of lumpy. And I put a little too much salt in them, overcompensating. And then
do that. You never
classic
want to
salt
Yeah.
compensation thing.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I just
was it driving a Tesla too?
It was, yeah.
I don't know.
And then I tried to I tried to do a little.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, I tried to.
Is that a shot at Chris?
Yeah. How the fuck?
But anyway, yeah, they kind of having like a gummy texture.
Did you bring a certain gravy that would kind of make it taste better?
Like
no.
THC.
They actually had gravy there, like one. So some people put gravy on and made them, but I just was like, eh.
Did you watch were you watching people's expression why they were eating mashed potatoes?
No,
Thankfully, there was a potluck for Nick to eat the other food.
Eat the other food, yes.
I
Avoid did anyone come up to you and said, "Don't eat the mashed potatoes"?
No. Really? Well, that's the one good thing about elderly people is that they don't give a shit, And so, like, when one older woman said, "A bit too much salt," I think, and I went, "Yeah, probably right."
Yeah.
She's like,
my pill.
Yeah. So I can't wait. Was Thanksgiving last week?
Yes.
Was it last week? Yeah, it was last week.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't even know.
It feels weird. It feels.
Yeah,
it feels
I'm
like
all. I'm all out of sorts. The work schedule's just been fucking shit. Without getting too far into it, I don't want to talk too much about it because I'm not there. But I'm one of the only people of my
company.
I'm one of the only managers.
Yeah,
now. I'm like the only one. So
you're that captain on the
like
ship as it's exploding around you. You're the one.
Yeah, for sure, dude. Like,
yeah,
it's like,
just like.
Yeah, it's
I think they're going to promote you though to the assistant branch manager.
I don't fucking want it. Like I'm
White always wanted it.
Nope. I actually. It's funny you mentioned that too, because like I was talking to somebody about this the other day. Like I have no desire to get promoted. Like I just the next up position from where I'm at looks like nothing but a fucking heart attack waiting to happen. And I'm like, you know what? Cool. I'm good. I get paid very, very well to do what I do, and my schedule kind of blows for it, but all things pass,
Yeah.
But so yeah, it's been kind of crazy. So sorry I wasn't with y'all last week.
We weren't here last week.
We weren't here last week.
2 weeks ago.
Was it 2 weeks ago?
Yeah. So that's why it feels like 3 weeks.
That's right. That's been a long time.
Yeah, last week was Thanksgiving.
Well, I kind of talked to Chris this week.
You did?
joined-
Oh yeah,
he-
I jumped into your
He
live.
jumped in, so I'm talking about hair, about Mark Davis's hair. I don't know Mark Davis, the owner of the
He
radio.
said something about going to the barber.
He has
I
a
think
he has
it
a
was.
shit. He's like a billionaire, and he has a shitty haircut. I mean, it's like it's just like put a bowl on his head and cut his hair. So I said something,
Shocking.
and then someone in the chat goes,
Millionaire with a
"Well, I bet
shitty
you wish
haircut.
you could go to a barber or something like that."
Yeah,
I went,
so it's kind
"Who
of
the
funny.
fuck is that?"
It's kind of funny, right? Because I don't know if anybody have caught Jack on any of his TikTok lives, but he has a different swagger. He's got a different interaction,
TikTok.
a little back and forth. Like
Jack
the people
Talk
there
swagger.
don't know him like we do.
Oh.
Well, it's funny too. They think I'm like
He's
25
fake
years
Jack.
old,
Oh,
but they don't see me.
Yeah.
They just hear my voice. They go, "What do you mean grandkids?" I talk about grandkids. I go, "Yeah, I'm old."
Yeah, because he's not on camera, right? So like he's just got like the green screen up of like all the different weekly picks for football,
Yeah.
and it's funny because like people there, they don't know Jack from like the way we do. So I come in and be like, "Yeah, you wish you could go see a barber, don't you?"
I said, my first thought was, "Who the fuck said that?" And I go,
Yeah,
"Oh, it's Chris." Okay,
and
man.
but Jack, you're quite sweet actually. Your response was very very nice. You go, "Oh, this is one of my podcasting friends." Actually, no, he's one of my friends.
Oh.
Aw,
And I was like,
that's
"Oh,
very
you
sweet.
We only have 3.
yeah, fair enough."
I was hoping you would say 2,
Well, yeah.
and then it would be like a. Huh?
No, Mac
Sorry,
got
I
off the. But then
But,
I did one on my other TikTok page where I talked about top 10 sitcoms of all time, and I only had one black show, which was the Jeffersons, because I didn't want to put the Cosby Show on there because I can't. I didn't want people going, "How could you put fucking Bill Cosby on there?" I mean,
It's not, the show has nothing to do with him, though. I mean,
I get
show
it.
was
You know,
great.
you know how people are. It was a great show, and I thought I had good times on there, but I didn't. And people kept
Hey.
going, "Are you white?"
Don't sleep on
Dude,
227.
I would have put Jefferson's over the Cosby Show for sure.
Jefferson's was great.
Jefferson's was a real depiction of like
Yes.
1970.
Yes, and
I was actually just watching an episode the other day. It popped up in my TikTok feed. It was the one when he inadvertently attends the Ku Klux Klan meeting,
oh yeah.
and that was like, holy shit! They
I
put
think-
this on TV. This is crazy.
Well, there's if you on YouTube, I always get this one where it shows it was All in the Family still, and it's Archie is there and Jefferson. They're talking. They don't like each other, but they're talking and stuff like that. And then Archie goes back, and he this is where they find out that Lionel's wife, dad, is white, and he goes something like that. "Oh, we finally get to meet George," and Archie goes, "Wait, you two have never met?" He goes, "No." He goes, "I got to see this." And it just the whole thing is basically you couldn't really do that on today's television because
No.
people would be offended, and it's
Right.
just. And then Archie calls the mom Mammy. Who you call? He goes, "I didn't know any of that. That's what you called." I mean, just the whole episode, the whole thing is it's hilarious,
Yeah.
but you can't do that nowadays. But anyway,
My dad was always. We watched Sanford and Son more than we did
Yeah.
Jeffersons.
yeah.
Yeah.
Another great show.
Yeah.
Dummy.
And for whatever reason, and I mentioned this 227. I watched that show, which has,
Marla Gibbs.
from the Jeffersons.
Yeah, I think it's a
And-
spinoff, isn't it?
It's
think-
not
I thought-
quite a spin-off.
I
I
thought
didn't.
it was a spinoff.
It's not. It's not a. I didn't notice any connection.
Her name's
So-
not. Her name's not. What is her name? Florida? No, that's Good Times.
Here, I'll pull it up. Anyway, there's one other actress though that from that show, which is just like she was just getting her start, which was Regina King. She plays the daughter on
Oh,
227.
Oh, really?
I
Yeah.
forgot she was in that. Wow.
Yeah. No, Marla
How
Gibbs,
old is
she
she?
plays Mary Jenkins.
Okay, so it's not. a spinoff.
She had to be like 12, maybe.
Oh, so
Like-
she's really.
like 14, maybe. Like she's in that kind of tween age at the beginning of the show. So
Oh,
But-
Sorry, you guys
That's okay.
recognize what this is?
It looks like a car key
or
kind of
car fob.
thing.
Yeah, like a key
fob?
fob.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
You
so
sneaky bastard.
So you can drive your car and smoke your crack.
Well, no.
Crack.
Sorry,
Really?
I was just fumbling around with it. Like I found it on the old TikTok shop.
Oh, the TikTok shop.
But I bought 2 of them. One for me to have fun with, and I bought one from a friend of mine who
thank you so much.
Is known for having his shit get confiscated when he goes into a concert. So I got him one too.
Oh, nice.
It's called the Benjamin Car Key Edition.
Huh.
Wow.
See, now that you've let the secret out, though, they're gonna be looking for it.
So, dude, check this out. Though it's pretty awesome.
Oh, and it just goes right in.
Boom.
Do you have to go? Do you have to sell it? Does it go beep beep? Does it make the car go beep?
No, it doesn't. That would be the car making the beep, not the key fob, Jack.
There you go.
Well, to make the car go beep beep, you have to set the fob.
Okay,
right?
so you have a secondary speaker that you chuck way out into the woods.
So basically, when he goes into the concerts, though, he has it hooked up to the concert speakers. So, like every time he takes a puff.
Speaking of, I have made my first plans for concerts 2025.
Okay.
All right.
Coming on, I booked my flight and my wife's flight to Las Vegas.
Are you going to the Sphere?
The Dead Company just announced that they're doing another residency, albeit a shorter one, at least.
I knew it. I just had a feeling
you'd get a chance. Maybe.
What hotel are you staying at?
I have no idea.
The Sphere.
Bill's gone though.
I know, but he wasn't there before.
Have you been to the Sphere, right? You've been there already?
I have not been to the Sphere. I wanted to go this past year. I wanted to go see Dead and Company, but I just couldn't make it work. So when they announced they're going to be there for a number of dates, I'm assuming they're probably extending like they did last time. But we've said, fuck it, we're going. So we're going to figure out tickets.
Nice.
And then, but airfare was fucking atrocious. The last time I flew to Vegas, I think my round trip was like less than $300. Maybe like $320.
Good luck with that now.
Well, I mean, it's because you're flying out of Boston. So
Boston.
Well, no, but that's still. I mean,
it's a.
You should fly to Nantucket.
Yeah, it's a 5.5 hour flight, no doubt. But like,
if I flew to Vegas, like I can actually fly. Like the local airport here, not the Denver airport. The local airport actually flies to 2 places: Vegas and I think Phoenix. And and I can go to Las Vegas for nothing. It's like $80.
That's awesome. Yeah, I remember you could just like book like a Southwest Airlines. You can get like $100 each way, right? Or $150 each way.
Those days are gone,
dude. It was $570 per person round trip.
And Southwest is going to go to number seating. I mean, you're going to have to pick your seats in advance.
Southwest and Spirit, I can't do it.
Well, I think didn't Spirit or was it Frontier? One of those two just filed bankruptcy.
Spirit did.
Yeah.
Oh, Randy said he saw you two there. Yeah, dude, I'm
okay. So it must have been Randy. I thought it was Nick.
That's what it was.
You did not see us two there. No, we were not there.
Nick, you didn't go to the Sphere, have you?
I've not been to the Sphere.
Okay.
But even though you can go for $80, now that's when I used to live in San Diego.
That's why Denver
flying to Vegas was like a.
Denver is an extremely interesting hub because it's only about 2 hours aside from Boston and New York. It's like a 2-hour flight just about everywhere in the country. And also to fly to San Francisco or LA is also dirt cheap because a lot of the international flights coming in from the Pacific, Denver is one of the stops, but they want to fly the planes back to LA or San Francisco to go back. And they want to put people in the seats to fly it back.
Denver's a big airport.
Denver's a huge airport. Yeah. And like CIA and aliens and stuff below it. It's
crazy. Yeah, it's true. Yeah, it's crazy. I do like they have designated tornado places. Yeah. Shelter. Is it bomb shelters?
They're tornado shelters. Yeah.
Tornado shelters. Yeah.
Yeah, you'll see them because it's basically in Kansas. Yeah.
Yeah, it's true.
That's what's funny. There's a comedian. I think I might have sent it to you guys about Well, I know I sent to a few local people talking about how, because I get it. Colorado people, you don't want people living in your state. You know, it's like, that's why you put the airport out in the middle of Kansas, because when people land here, they go, "What the fuck?" Like, and he goes, "It's a whole big spiel. It's funny." But anyway.
Because Denver's a big place.
Well, it's sprawl. You know, it reminds me of LA, and that like you have a few tall buildings right in the center, and that's it. And then it just keeps going.
What's the story? I think there is a story, right? About the airport.
Yeah, the horse.
Yeah. The purple horse, whatever it is.
The blue. It's
Wait. Can we take a commercial break and then come back with the fucking horse story?
Okay. Yeah.
So, it ends it on a burp.
As you're coming into the airport, you'll see this blue stallion up on its hind legs, and it's got red blazing eyes.
Oh,
so
yeah.
It's been token on his keychain.
Yeah. It's called what do they call it? It's like Beelzebub or something. It's something like satanic.
This
it's
is
not
when you're landing,
but it's like a pun on the name.
Oh,
it's in the airport or when you're landing.
No,
it's
driving into the airport. You'll see it. It's like in between the lanes.
Okay, I've never driven in the airport.
But basically, it's famous. Yeah, there it is.
Yeah, that fucking thing.
Yeah, it's famous because the artist who made it actually fell on him and killed him. And his son finished it, and then they put it up.
I'm not laughing, but that's kind of funny.
Yeah,
it looks pretty anatomically correct too.
Is that what killed him?
This big horse, fucking blue horse cock fell down on the guy.
Yeah,
that sucks.
This part got him right there.
Imagine telling that story in heaven. Yeah, I was building this horse and his big.
Talk about blue balls, hey?
I mean, that's great that his statue still lived on. You know, I mean, it wasn't just like, you know, artist dies from horse. That's it.
But there's so much conspiracy theories and wild tales about the Denver airport, because it is a major satellite hub for the military. There's like all kinds of shit around it that's all communications. But then, yeah, there's all the conspiracy theories of like, you know, there's a CIA base underneath it, and there's, you know, it's aliens and all this other shit, you know, and it's like, and it is funny when you meet the people.
Yeah,
that really
dude, you know what? Let's fucking talk about that.
Yeah.
How about the fact that they've all pretty much just revealed the fact that we've got aliens here? You hear about that shit?
Well, they did that like a year ago or so, didn't they? Yeah.
No, but they came out and said, yeah, they're underwater, and we know them.
Oh, right. So the abyss was a true story.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, there's a lot
of, you know how there's those
mm-hmm.
What do you call it? The UFO sightings in San Diego, I think, or LA, or I don't even know, somewhere in Southern California, back in the 70s and 80s, 70s maybe.
Beelzebub.
Either way,
I'm thinking of the horse again. Sorry.
Supposedly, there's like a huge fucking alien underwater hatch
in San Diego.
Yeah, off the coast.
Cool.
You think?
Did you not read it? Did you not hear about this? They had that hearing with Congress. Oh my god! Yeah, like they kind of like packaged it all in around the whole election thing, so people aren't really fucking paying attention to it. But there was a goddamn hearing in front of Congress. How they're like, yeah, there's pretty much.
Well, we're gonna get all the
captured
files
alien bodies.
We're gonna get all the files released on JFK, all this different shit. So
yeah, all of that's gonna happen.
I was listening.
It's just wild.
Yeah, I was listening to some guy talk about Buzz Aldrin.
Guy?
Yeah, you know, on the internets, you know.
Okay.
I
didn't know if that was his name.
Buzz Aldrin.
No, that's just some guy. But he knew Buzz Aldrin. But I didn't know this about Buzz Aldrin. That I guess he went down to Antarctica at some point for some kind of thing, and he had a heart attack when he went down to Antarctica.
Really?
And I think it's Buzz Aldrin, but like they were talking, and they said that like they asked him a question, like, and he basically kind of said, "We went too far," like as in like something that we said, but it made him think that like that's where aliens were, and it scared him so much that's what gave him the heart attack.
Really? Because I like Buzz Aldrin. If Buzz, some guy was bugging him about the
moon, he punched him,
being
knocked him
fake.
out.
and he punched him.
Yeah.
Gotta love Buzz Aldrin. Gotta love him.
Well, all those ex-military guys, you don't fuck with them. I mean, they don't care.
I heard he was upset about being number 2, though.
Well, that's just where he was in the capsule. You know?
Yeah, he wanted to be number 1, and he ended up being number 2.
Yeah.
I mean, it was kind of in his name, Buzz. You know,
Yeah.
like
Buzzkill.
like I
Yeah,
mean,
the first guy can't be named.
he
Buzz,
was
you know?
fucking named after a Toy Story character.
I know.
Like that's like, what are the odds?
I know,
Like,
it's
he
like-
was like he was built for.
But
that.
could you imagine being number 2? You're waiting on the ladder going, fucker.
And your
Neil
name
Armstrong.
is Turd Ferguson.
Oh,
Yeah.
go ahead, Neil. Be number 1. Be the first person ever to land on the moon. Dick. Would you? That's who he should have punched. Punch him, and he should have went first.
Speaking of conspiracies and stuff like that, I have since we've last spoke,
Mhm.
I am now all caught up on Silo. Binged
Oh, nice.
the first
Nice
season.
Nice. I
So
haven't watched it yet.
and then I'm caught up with the current.
It's good, isn't it?
Season, yeah. So
It's good, isn't it?
it is. It's good. It's almost like
Fallout.
there are elements
No.
of Fallout.
Yeah, there are
but
elements, but not quite
but
as all-encompassing as Fallout.
It's different than Fallout as far as like its tone, its approach. The
Completely
only
different.
concept that is similar between the two is that there are these
They're in their vault.
shelters.
The
Right.
shelters, yeah. That's
There are
the,
there's this kind of bunker shelter kind of life. And from that you can kind of see how society reacts. I think it was the 3rd episode that I finally was like, okay, this is cooking now.
yeah.
So, like the first episode is kind of like it sucker punches you. Then there's a second episode and you're like, wait, what? And then it's like that by the 3rd one, you're kind of like, okay, now we're moving forward with who I think the story is about and where this leads them. So, and then, season 1, I felt like I knew where it was kind of moving towards.
Mhm.
So I'm kind of glad that I waited until season 2 because I really want to see that next
Right,
step,
right.
those next
It's
steps.
2 seasons, right?
Well, there were only
We're in-
3
we're in-
episodes in for season
Yeah.
2 right now.
Yeah.
But like a lot of shows, season 1 ends right where you're like, "Fuck, it just got good,"
Right. Yep.
and
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it, but I have to get Apple TV again.
Yes, it is on Apple TV.
It's a great show.
And another good show on Apple TV currently is Shrinking.
Mhm.
The season 2 has been killing it. Like it's kind of like it's like one of those shows like when you watch The Leftovers and you're like season 1, you're like, okay, I get this is, and then season 2, you're like,
Season 1 was.
oh,
So-
like I just feel like it has that same shelf where it kind of takes that kind of next leap up where I'm enjoying the
Yeah.
character storylines more this season than the first.
I really hope, and I'm going to be as spoiler free as I possibly can here because only Matt's going to get what I'm about to say.
Right. Yeah. Because I think we're the only two that have seen.
Right. But the
Silo?
no, with
With
Shrinking.
Shrinking.
With Shrinking.
Oh, Shrinking,
The Ted Lasso character
Yes.
and Shrinking.
Right.
The way that the main character dealt with him in this, like not this newest episode, but the one before.
Sure. Mhm.
That I understand it, but it kind of came out of nowhere a little bit, and I really hope this comes back around again.
It has to, because the way he confronted or dealt with such person
Mhm.
is exactly how such person dealt with someone else in their life.
Yeah,
And so it's kind of like, oh, there's a mirroring here that's happening, and at some point you're gonna either realize, what's happening. So I like that it deals with, psychiatry and just kind of like
yeah.
that aspect.
No,
of-
I agree. I love how they show how every person processes stuff differently.
right.
and it is interesting. Yeah,
And when and if you go back through and watch season 3 of Ted Lasso, you'll see kind of some of those same, I think, themes or elements as far as characters dealing with their own trauma. I mean, you see it kind of start in season 2 of Ted Lasso with the introduction of the therapist, but I think you really see kind of like another side of that on that third season. This is just me coming off of fresh rewatch there. So
I've got a few shows to talk about.
Did Chris? Did you have anything else that you wanted to talk about Silo? Because I know you perked up.
No, I'm good with Silo. I mean,
now is Silo about space? Is it about
no?
It's a post-apocalyptic story, just like how
Damn,
Fallout is.
I would love that.
Yeah, you would.
Again,
you'd really like Silo.
Different. Yeah, but
the tone is different.
Lost elements.
Have a safe
I'm really
trip, Randy.
enjoying it. We have. Oh, see you, buddy. Where's he going?
He's in the airport in
Bangkok.
One night in
Going to
Bangkok,
Laos,
baby.
Vietnam, and
Laos and
Cambodia. Oh yeah, look at that.
Cambodia.
Watch out for the you know what's. Sneak up on you.
That could be taken several different ways.
Yes.
Yep. and I mean all of them. So
hey, Randy, just tell him
own it.
Nixon. Just tell him Nixon sent you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying it. I think season 2 is a bit slow to start.
Yeah, I can see that, but I mean, so was season 1. I think
they're coming out of season 1. I would agree with you on the fact that it's like you're just taking this first breath of fret, and you're like, whoa.
Yeah, it drops it back down to the first gear again.
It does.
Start up again, which is I get it. I'm not hating it on it for that.
But I agree with you on a rewatch. It feels like that. Like, okay, now we've reset the wheel again, and we're gonna bring it back up. So,
I mean, I think that's
overall,
the way
I'm enjoying the hell out of it.
Do they do that to catch you up on what happened in season 1?
No.
It's just,
I mean, it's one of those classic, and I always like shows that do that. Like Lost did it, like where you introduce a world and it's just in this little box, and then when that season ends, you realize that the world is much bigger. And then so you kind of have to start again to get a grasp of this bigger world.
Okay, all right.
And then
Yeah, because like we're kind of like discovering this big world at the same time the characters are. So it's like a dog walk essentially, but it's good. I'm enjoying it.
Yeah.
No, I started watching another show, but Nick, you go ahead first, and then I'll follow up after you.
Yeah, so
I'm gonna grab.
There's actually a few shows I've watched recently. The one that I finished the most recently was on Hulu. It's only one season only, and I think it's 9 or 8 episodes, and it's called Say Nothing. And it's about the IRA, the Irish Republican Army, in the 70s. And it's really told from the perspective of two women who their dad was an extremist.
Is it documentary?
No, it's a show.
Okay.
It's based on a true story. And basically it's these two sisters. Their dad was a radical, but because they're women, he didn't think much about them, but they end up going on their own to join the IRA. And at first, they're driving the car, they're doing all the grunt work. And then they take it upon themselves to do something, and they do something really radical, which gets them in jail. Not to spoil, but but the thing is that it's really also about the guy who ran the IRA, but he continually denied it his entire life that he had any involvement. And it kind of shows you like how all kind of political stuff is, and that he will screw over every single person who he says are his brothers and his family to keep himself in power. And it's not
also keep himself out of prison.
And keep himself out of prison, yeah. But it's not like a 10 out of 10 show. It's just one of those shows that you won't regret watching, but it's also not like shit.
This is Hulu?
This is Hulu. I'm pretty sure it's Hulu.
Okay.
Yeah, Hulu.
What show is it? I'm sorry.
It's called Say Nothing.
Say Nothing. Oh, okay. As opposed to Say Anything.
Yeah, right. It's a sequel, direct sequel, actually. Yeah.
Is it real? No.
No.
Oh, yeah. Okay. No, I was coming in. I went to go get some water. So.
You were coming in hot.
Yeah.
It's
just trying to stay up.
Yeah. Then Dune Prophecy is very promising on HBO.
Okay. I was curious as to your take on that. So
yeah, it's a little slow, but I get it. It's all from the sisterhood kind of story about not necessarily the origins, but how the myths are created and how and you're seeing it all in this world. It's happening like 10,000 years or something, way before Paul.
Way before the events that you see in the movie Dune. So it's very Game of Thrones-esque.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, but I'm enjoying it. Yeah,
especially with the gratuitous nudity.
Is there cartoons nudity? I guess I might not be.
There's at least a moment, I think, in the second episode where all of a sudden
we did get.
I was like,
boob,
okay, so
that's right.
What show is this?
It's called Dune Prophecy.
Oh, okay.
You'll be asleep through the first.
I just have to watch the second episode.
There's internet sites for this, like. Anyway,
and then I did.
Nick's right. It is a little slow, and I've been having a hard time finding out who to root for because one of the characters in Dune Prophecy out of the gate, I was kind of like, okay, this dude's looking pretty cool, like
Is it based on the movie?
And then no,
well, no,
it's based on some books that Kevin J. Anderson and his son Brian
J. Anderson.
No, I'm trying to remember his son's name.
Frank
Herbert.
Right.
It was Frank Herbert and then his son.
Right.
Maybe it is Brian Herbert. I don't
Justin?
know. Anyway. So where was I going? Oh, there is a character that's introduced, and then he does something that's so heinous and awful. I'm just like, what the fuck kind of show am I watching here?
Did he do it for a good reason?
It goes
in his mind.
Yeah. It goes. So that's where it kind of has these Game of Thrones moments where I feel like it goes for these extreme, where you're kind of seeing like this, like really heady, like mess with you kind of imagery. I almost jokingly, in our Owen and Baru's thread, sorry, Jack, I almost responded to Chris's query about the Skeleton Crew and whether or not he should watch that with his kids. And I almost replied back, no, you should make them watch Dune Prophecy.
Oh, Jesus.
What's Skeleton Crew?
So Skeleton Crew is the new Star Wars show on Disney Plus. And
2 episodes.
I assume Matt had watched it, but he didn't respond to our thread.
I had not watched it at that point yet.
Okay,
I would have responded, but that's okay.
So it's not, like I said, as I said to Chris in our thread, it's not geared for us. It's not. I mean, yeah, we can enjoy it, but it's really made for like the 8 to 13, 14 age bracket.
It definitely has a kid show vibe, so it'd be perfect to watch with your kids. And
so it's for pedophiles,
Chris.
It's like a Goonies movie, or Peter Pan.
That's how I described it to my daughter. I said,
but you could watch Peter Pan and Goonies and still.
You can. I saying you can watch this too, but you realize it's made for
after we saw the trailer. Just go watch the trailer. You probably wouldn't be into it, Jack. But
okay, I've already watched it, to be honest with you.
After watching the trailer with my kids, like I don't know, so many months ago or something, I had made the remark. It seems like, Space Goonies. And then as we watched the first 2 episodes, she was like, "You're right, it is." Yeah. Like,
dude, you're combining 2 of my fucking favorite things, man. Goonies and Star Wars. Like, sign me up.
To me, it's more the Explorers than it is the Goonies. But
sure.
Matt, did you catch?
If you get some Flight of the Navigator in there, man.
Right. Shit. Well, did you catch the clever naming of the droid, Matt?
It's not the droid you're looking for.
I don't think I. What is the name of the droid?
It's SM-33. Now say it. Instead of saying SM-33, say it how
SM-33.
No.
Smee.
As in like Peter Pan?
As in Peter Pan. That's Captain Hook.
Oh, Smitty. Smee. Okay.
Oh, that's Captain Hook's first name?
No, Captain Hook's first mate.
First mate. Okay.
Bob Hoskins in the movie was Smee.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't hate
it. So yeah, there's definitely a few,
it's kind of
references they're kind of hitting you over the head with, but like it's subtly too.
If you're on the fence about it, watch the first 2 episodes.
Is there nudity?
And if you're not hooked, no.
You like alien cock?
Jack's looking for Porkies in space. That's
thankfully there's not
3 tits. Awesome.
That's Total Recall.
Yeah. Porky's is Lassie, right? That's what we're looking for.
Right.
So I started watching. I can't remember where we last discussed shows.
A couple weeks ago.
Yeah, no, but I don't remember where I was. Heels, Rings of Power. I finished.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Can I just stop you 1 second? Remind me after we're done recording. I want to talk about something on Heels.
Okay.
That's okay. I don't want to say it on.
Finished watching Rings of Powers, which was I really enjoyed. I thought it was great. I watched Detroiters, which is great. Love Detroiters.
Detroiters very funny.
Detroiters is probably up there with one of my favorite shows I've watched in a long time, like from a comedy perspective. It took a minute to get there, but once it did and it started resonating, I was like, this show's fucking great.
And it's a show that I want to go back and watch again after.
Yeah.
It's like once you get it into your vein of like that tone. And
his sketch comedy show, I'm having a harder time sinking my teeth into, and I just don't really care for it that much. I mean, it's funny, but it's just like, okay.
It's more absurd humor.
Yeah.
You know, it's definitely like that late Adult Swim kind of sensibility.
Yeah.
So and then I took a different angle from that, and after I finished watching those shows, I found a show that I've been meaning to watch. I just never got a chance to. And that's it right there.
Reacher.
Reacher on Prime.
Did you think that Reacher was me? We were kind of built the same.
Yeah. Sure did, Jack.
Come on, that guy's definitely juiced, man. Come on.
Oh, probably. Yeah.
He's definitely what?
Juiced.
I mean, well, yeah, they're on whatever
human growth hormone.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And this is on Prime. You
know what? So good show, man. Like I'm actually really enjoying it. It's definitely like your palate cleanser for sure. Like
I've watched both seasons.
I'm on season 2 right now. Is it a current show or is it over? Like is it done?
I think there's going to be a third season.
Okay, so
I that's what I've heard of. I don't know
the
fact that that's what people are talking about.
So I mean, I'll tell you that I'm actually having a lot of fun, and there's some gratuitous scenes in this for you, Jack. Oh, is this 4 seasons? Wait, there's a third season.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why it shows 4th season. There's nothing.
The third season is going to be out. I've never seen
nothing
a
on the
season.
third season.
So
So.
two, yeah.
Okay. So anyways, the show is great. So in the first season, you have there's a love interest that Jack got to see her boobs. I'm sure Jack was very, very excited for. But I will say,
she was attractive. I mean,
the love interest in season 2 is something fierce.
Yeah,
it's like she's incredible.
Yeah. But to be fair, can I be fair?
I mean, Bax is Matt.
He's pretty incredible too. I mean,
so about
he's
him,
he's got a great body. I mean, let's just be honest.
He's a fucking specimen. There's no doubt.
Nick is like going, I don't know about this.
Yeah,
Nick is mildly shaking his head. Yes,
dude is
and
it's coming back, and it's been renewed for season 4. It's pretty awesome.
And
all right.
So he got an interesting start. So he actually got his start in Hollywood from fucking American Idol.
Oh, really?
He's a singer.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah. And
I'm
then
gonna break your face.
No, he actually was a singer.
So that's why there's 4 seasons listed. It's already been renewed for 4 seasons.
Nice.
So
all right, nice. Thanks, Matrice.
And then he played Aquaman in Smallville.
Oh yeah, that's where I didn't even realize.
Was he as big? Was he as big though?
No, he was, and he was 6'5", so he's a tall dude, and he was just
for
like
Hollywood.
You're lean and mean like Abercrombie model back then. Now he's a fucking tank. Like he's so goddamn big. Yeah, I wish I could.
I like when people challenge him to a fight. You're like going,
yeah,
come on, fucking wake up, dude.
Right.
You could not hurt this guy.
So there was actually there's some funny lines that happen in the show too. Like they do a good job of like weaving in some like, realize that they're getting a little too serious and they throw some humor in there. Although my favorite though is the what's his name? I can't think of the actor's name, but the guy who played the T-1000 on Terminator 2.
Pattinson, Robert Pattinson.
Oh yeah, he's in season 2, right? Or season 1.
You're close.
Robert
Pattinson. Something. It's Robert something though. You're right.
Yeah.
Anyways,
I'm looking it up. Robert.
Season 2.
They're like he's talking about this group of people's aliases that they were using, and he's like, I forgot what it was. Like, so one of the guys likes to use the aliases of a former Yankees like backup like second baseman. That's how he gets all of his alias names. And he goes, and then she rented the car with a ID that says Sarah Connor. What's that?
Yeah, that was funny.
He's like, how the hell am I supposed to know?
Robert.
Yeah, that was funny.
That was actually pretty funny.
Oh, Matt Cheeseman. Thank you for putting in.
How the hell am I supposed to know what that is? I was like,
what the hell does that mean?
Good one.
The only thing I have is
Googling
when they're breaking into the houses.
Yeah,
and they're destroying. They don't wear any gloves.
You watch too much Dexter.
Yeah. They've burned their fingerprints off.
I don't think they do.
So I'm on halfway through season 2. It's a good show.
It's a good popcorn show.
It's a great popcorn show. It's kind of like no, I'm not even gonna say that. I'm gonna take that back. I was gonna say it's like a good. No, I'm not even gonna say it.
Okay. Let the record not be shown.
Yeah, you gotta say it now because now everybody's wondering what you were gonna say.
Everybody's wondering what you want to talk to us about after the show that you can't say.
I think it's got the production value. Of fucking what's that terrible show?
Oh,
Manifest.
Yeah, you know what? It probably does.
It's got a feel of like the production value of Manifest.
Because sometimes you're like going, okay, how'd they get all the way over there?
Yeah,
How are they?
Yeah.
They got machine guns. How's this guy not dying?
Yeah, but they do a good job. It's well done.
It's a fun show.
For those that only listen to us, it needs to be noted that sometimes Chris does these things like sheepishly, like shyly, like duck away, like we're gonna come through the screen and smack him or something.
Fucking tell us what it was.
Like a little kid.
Going just to Amazon as a streaming service, I've never been a big fan of Amazon, in that I think they don't put out enough original content to really compete with Apple or Netflix
for almost every show they have on their catalog.
But what I do like about Amazon, though, is that I think they have the best recommendation engine of any of the platforms, because
it's because they know everything about you.
I think, they probably do. Yeah. And I don't remember the title of it. And it was just an okay movie, but it's something I stumbled upon, and it's war because I like like any war movies, and I like documentaries. No, I'm going to get to that though.
Okay.
But so there was a movie, and it's definitely a European movie, but it's about Estonia soldiers in World War II, because it's a forgotten group in that war, and that
niche film.
It's a niche film, yeah. But basically what it is you forget that the Soviet Union annexed Estonia, so they all got drafted into the Soviet army. But then when the Nazis invaded, they basically said, "Now you're fighting for us." And then when the Russians came back, they flipped sides again, because it's like, we just want to live. We just want to fucking live, And it was
alone, comrade.
And it was such interesting because like they would yell out, in the movie, like if they're Estonian, and then they're like, "Oh, don't kill them," because they're, because like some would be Nazis and some would be Soviets, and they're like, "We're just trying to live. Like we don't give a shit about either one of these people.
Just want to live our life."
But because of that movie, I got a recommendation saying, "You watch this. I think you'll really love this." And then in the title, it said, "Known as Germany's Band of Brothers," but it's not really like Band of Brothers. It's more like the Pacific. That's what I told Jack. And it's called the Generation War. And it's about 5 people. You have 2 women, 2 brothers, and a Jewish person. And in the beginning, they're all friends in 1941. And of course, the brothers get sent off to war. The women, one becomes a nurse, one's a singer, and then of course the Jewish person, you can probably predict what he's going to struggle through.
Right.
But it's interesting because it's only 3 episodes. They're an hour and a half each. And I'm through the first 2 episodes, but I really like it. It's a good show, and the action, the war scenes are excellent.
Or is it?
I like when I watch something like that. I like listening to it in their language and reading,
right?
Because I think the emotion is conveyed better than dubbing.
So it's German. It's a German movie.
It's German, yeah.
German show, I should say.
Yeah, But I really like it. I think it's good so far.
Yeah, I'm glad you suggest. I'm gonna watch it. I've just got so many shows. Because what we signed up for, we got a new Hulu account, which 99 cents a month. We were paying 21 before the Black Friday sale. Then we got Stars, which has the heel on.
Right.
But I started watching Spartacus again. I've watched. I rewatch it like every 2 or 3 years. Love it. But Logmire, Logmire came out in 2011 or something like that, 2010. Everyone kept saying for the year after year, you got to watch it. You got to watch it. It's a great show.
Yeah.
Not Longmire. Longmire. I keep calling it Longmire. Longmire. It's got so many different twists and turns going on. It's like a procedural show, except there's different things going on.
Now, have you watched the new show Landman?
Yeah, I just finished 4th episode today.
Okay, because I don't get Paramount Plus. My dad keeps saying you gotta watch it. It's so good. I'm like, oh, well, I'll watch it when I come home because you pay for Paramount Plus.
I like it a lot. Cindy's kind of like, she'll watch it because she'd rather watch. It's by the same guy that wrote Taylor Sheridan, who he's got to be Republican. Just saying.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he's definitely middle of the country.
He definitely because if you watch Landman, it's definitely it the whole thing with turbines and all. He just has these speeches where you go, well, yeah.
Here comes a lecture. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, but no, it's definitely anyway. I'm enjoying it,
Matt. It was a little bit freaky when you came back because like your shadow was very subtle and it kind of just like went in the background and I was like, holy shit, there's a ghost, and then you sat down like, oh no, it's Matt.
Also Saint Dennis, which is actually, you guys give you crap for, but that's what the name of it is, Saint Dennis.
I didn't give you crap about it.
It was me. But I mean, it is Saint Denis. That's how
I am passing the buck.
Yeah. But but the show is titled, they call it Saint Dennis.
Yeah, well, there
I want to check that out. So
it's actually pretty fun. It's The Office in a hospital. I mean, it's they don't even try
Superstore.
It's the it's it's just the looks and all the different stuff going on. I'm really enjoying that, but I think that's it. I think it's all the shows I've been really just watching.
The one thing I do not recommend, and to my really disappointment, is Beetle 64.
What?
There's a documentary on Apple now called Beetle 64 that Scorsese did, and it's not good. It's just it feels like someone just found some scrap footage of the Beatles in 64 and just
the Beatles.
The Beatles, yeah. And it's just it never finds its groove or what it's trying to tell. It's just a lot of just footage that you're watching and then random people commenting and you're like, what am I watching? And it just doesn't it doesn't have, I mean, and I love the Beatles. It's hard for me to find something about the Beatles I do not like.
Makes me,
I sent you something on the Beatles today. The beach. Hell.
Remember?
Oh, right, yeah.
Beatles on the beach.
Did you send that to me? I sent that to you.
Bikinis.
No, I said
you said, yeah, that was good. Yeah, okay, yeah. Sorry, Matt, what were you saying?
If the Beatles were on a beach, would they become Beach Boys?
I know. I wonder. Now, this is a funny clip, Matt. It was I assume they're French ladies, but like there's two women out on the beach, and then you can't understand what they're saying because they're speaking in French. But you all of a sudden, you hear one of them laughing. She goes, "Listen," and you hear some guy going, "Help!" out in the water. She goes, "I need somebody," and then he'll go, "Help! Help! I just anybody." Help!
He goes, "Help!"
And then he just stops, and they're like, "Where'd he go?
Where'd he go?" Yeah, it was on TikTok. I think I don't know what it was on. Something.
Well, thanks for including me in on the joke.
Yeah.
Well, I don't have Nick and I go back and forth. I don't know if you like it or not. So
sure.
I'll send it to you so you can see it. I did. Cindy and I went out to out to dinner on was it Monday night?
Wait, let's let everybody think about that during this commercial break. You know.
Okay.
Oh. What did Cindy and Jack do?
Right.
We're dying to know, Jack.
They went to McDonald's. Anyway, we went to the restaurant again. If you're ever in Raleigh, you have to go to Angus Barn. It's the best restaurant.
It's not Anus Barn, as I thought.
It's not Anus Barn. It's Angus Barn. Cindy keeps calling. Cindy keeps calling it Black Angus. Used to be a chain restaurant in California. I said, no, it's Angus Barn. It's Angus Barn. Black Angus beef.
Yeah. No, I get it. I get
I
it.
know.
It's just
I know.
so-
Matt was turning his head, and
Look, I get this way about Angus. Some people
Okay.
get this way about Uranus.
Okay.
Uranus?
Uranus.
Or Uranus.
Uranus. Anyway, so it's our reservations were at 8:45 at night. It's like freezing cold, and we're not getting what still
That's
pisses
like
me off.
young people hours.
It's like 20. Yeah, we're not young. Cindy's usually in bed by 9 o'clock, so she was a lot of fun. She's like going, trying to stay awake.
Young people hours.
It is young. I'm old. This is late for me to be on this
That's
late.
the episode title.
Young people hours. So we go there, and it gets 8:45. It's freezing. It's like 22 degrees. I'm sorry, when it's that cold, you should get some snow. I think it's bullshit. Just saying, there should be rules.
You want to talk
There's
to the
rules.
fucking weather manager, Jack?
Well, I want to. I filed a complaint. I
Thank
said
goodness
when
we can't control the weather.
when it gets to a certain temperature, it should fucking snow. We haven't had snow in like a good snowstorm in like 3 years here.
Where you live
Yeah.
in?
Yeah.
North Carolina.
It snowed. We first hear it snowed every fucking year.
It's actually snowing here right now.
Yeah, we've had snow here as well.
Well, yeah,
So-
y'all live up north. It's still snow on the ground here.
We just get cold weather, and all the
We
grandkids
don't always get like a
I mean-
December. I mean, just depending on the.
I mean,
but-
I grew up basically on the same latitude line as you are now, Jack, and I can only remember it snowing in West Tennessee maybe 4 or 5 times when I was growing up.
That's Tennessee. When we first moved here, fucking snowed every fucking year, like 3 or 4 times a year.
I think
Every fucking year. We had snow days.
I think that should be a versus. It's just like who has the best snowfall, and it's just like Matt, Jack, Chris.
Well,
People can vote on it.
Well,
They'd
fuck it.
be wrong.
I'll be in last place. I live in North Carolina. You, Colorado, Boston, and
The difference is
Massachusetts.
that Matt and Chris's snow has moisture in it, so it's all sticky and gross, and whereas
True.
mine is just like powder. It's awesome.
It just if it's cold enough, we get the powder.
Oh.
So, yeah. But
anyway, so we went to this restaurant.
The tits now.
wow. Okay. Snow jealous much?
I am snow jealous because you go, well, it's snowing now. Am I getting any fucking snow? No. It just I go outside, freeze my balls off, come back in the house because it's that
Mhm.
cold.
And then what are you left with? A white anus. Sorry, I'm reaching. Reacher.
All right, Reacher, I get it.
It's like connected.
I'm Reacher.
He's probably
Any-
seen some
any-
snow in his day.
Yeah,
The
anyway,
Eddie's
uh,
kicking in.
so anyway, we go to.
Hey, Randy found his
Randy
gate.
found his gate.
Whoa,
Hey,
I
there you
thought
go.
you were
Randy.
already there, Randy.
Randy, you left like 30 minutes ago. How
Oh,
fast
my
is
God.
the
You know.
Oh,
airport?
maybe he was like on the no.
He had to
what
get that
his
Thai
house?
massage, while he's there.
He had to wait for the happy ending.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I thought he was Robert Kraft from the Patriots. Anyway, so we go there, and our waiter. I don't know if you guys. Well, you probably haven't seen. Who has seen the Carol
This
Burnett
is
show?
story's taking for fucking ever.
I keep getting
Started off-
interrupted.
Are we
Finish
at the
your
Angus
leave,
barn still,
Grandpa.
or where are we now?
We're still at the Anus Barn.
Anus
So-
barn. Okay.
So anyway, who's seen the Carol Burnett show?
Fuck.
Oh my
yes.
gosh.
I have seen the Carol Burnett show.
We've
All
all
right,
seen
Tim-
episodes, Jack.
Tim Conway's character, the old man.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Our waiter must have been in his 70s. I'm not kidding.
Oh.
He was older than us, and we're both.
And it begs the question: why was he out that late?
I can't. I don't. He was
Young
so,
people's game.
He was nice as
8:40.
can be. Nice guy, but he was so fucking slow. I ordered a soup because it's cold outside,
Ages.
not snowing.
Yeah,
By the time he brought the soup,
It
it
was
was
cold.
cold soup.
Wait,
I'm like
it-
going.
Hold
it
on,
had
Jack.
frost on it.
Is it cold in North Carolina right now? What constitutes cold?
Yeah, what constitutes cold?
It's
there?
20-something degrees right now.
Okay.
Well, look at the
We'll
big.
It just,
I'll
that,
tell you right
that-
now.
that just makes me think of the joke at the very end of Coming to America. You're talking about cold soup. You guys know what I'm
Cold
talking
soup?
about?
I don't
That's
remember
not
that.
true. No.
All right. So it's like, guy walks into a restaurant. You listening? He goes, I order a bowl of soup. And I look at the waiter, I go, try the soup. And the waiter's like, what, soup too hot? And he goes, no, just try the soup. And he goes, what, is soup too cold? He goes, no, just try the soup. He goes, okay, fine, I'll try the soup. He goes, where's the spoon? Aha.
So the guy's like Tim Conway. How's it? So he brings it. I said it was probably hot when he got it, but it took him so long to get it to our table. It was cold. Then he brings me my drink. He spills some on me and him. And I just went,
wow.
All right, I'm not gonna say anything because he's doing the best he can. But I lost like a quarter of my drink because it's all over my arm and over his arm. I go,
What'd you order, Jack?
A rum and Coke. I mean, it's probably. Oh, I got a New York strip. Mm-hmm. I've told you before, you do not get a pork chop when you go to the Angus barn. The pork chop is terrible. But I usually get the Caesar salad, which I love, but I got the cream of broccoli soup, and it was cream of cold soup. So the guy took.
What are you going to do?
It took him forever. Then he had a table of 6 that he was waiting on too, and their leftovers. And I'm like, oh my God, this guy, it's like midnight.
I hate that when that happens.
Can you hurry up? But
how did you get your New York strip cooked?
I got it called medium. It was really red.
Well, that's not medium.
With medium?
They didn't cook it.
It was really red. That's how they cook it there.
Well, that's how I would like it. Yeah, I like it.
I mean, the Angus barn losing
I'm
points.
more of the medium rare.
Rare. Well, I mean, New York strip is such a
tough meat.
No, yeah. So you
gotta go medium rare strip.
Yeah.
Maybe I said medium rare. I don't remember. But the best part is he goes, "Excuse me, but can you cut the center of that? And I'm going to get out my flashlight to see if it's cooked to your liking." See, he got the flashlight out. I thought maybe it was like a temperature reading or something like that.
Oh, so is the Angus barn like a dimly lit, like cozy place? Is that why he had the flashlight?
I don't know why I had the flashlight. They've never had. I've been there like 20 times. They've never had a flashlight. I think it's just.
Did he wear glasses?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, okay. Because I've gotten to the point now where I take my glasses off actually.
Wow.
To do like
you're Superman
stuff up close.
I never knew.
And
that.
it's a weird. It's Snowden.
That's Snowden.
It's like a Snowden. Old. Not Snowden. When I take off my glasses.
Snowden. Yeah.
Right? No. I don't think so.
Can you speak some Russian?
Hey, where'd that dude go? The espionage guy. Where'd he go?
What dude?
Maybe it's a meat fleshlight.
Where'd Snowden go?
I see. Yeah.
Oh, you mean meat? Because I didn't take off my.
What secrets you selling? What do you got? What are you peddling?
That's why he keeps leaving.
Fuck! Why do you leave? Damn it.
Anyway, so then he does
guys.
that, but then you get the baked potato, which is excellent. But he puts the butter on for you if you want sour cream and bacon. I'm like going, oh my God! And he's doing
Jack. You're not selling this place very well.
Okay, I'm just telling you. This is
don't give that server.
So he's putting the butter on. I'm like, oh my God! Before he gets the butter on, the potato's going to be ice cold. Moscow Matt.
Thanks.
That's the title of the episode.
That sounds like a drink too.
Anyway,
it does actually.
It was a great time. The food is excellent, except the cold soup. But if you're ever in Raleigh, you have to go to the Angus barn. If you see the old guy,
if you see Jerry,
did you pay him in bits? That you like? Here's 2 bits for your
2 bits. Yeah, I mean, it's like I go, man. Did you serve Lincoln? I mean,
right, exactly.
He was just, and I give him credit. He's still working. I mean, it's just
hustling, man.
And he was a nice guy.
Every day,
nice guy. He got the order correct. He kept coming back and checking on us. Sure, he kept tripping over his walker. His rascal thing was going around. But I'm old. I can make those jokes, and I'm like going. I told Cindy, how old do you think this guy is? He had to be. He had to be in his 70s. But it's such a great atmosphere, and it was just for us. It was too late at night. I mean, by the time you start eating, it's like 9:15, 9:20. It's like
I like the 4:30.
Yeah, sometimes. Yeah.
Like get in.
I think it depends on the restaurant. Yeah. Like what Jack's saying, if it's one of those that's going to take a while, then you need to get there early.
I almost kind of want to be on the head of the wave where it's like the servers have not been ground down by 50 other.
Just get it out.
It's like
You're right.
So and
Or
then,
do you just like the ability to sit there at your table and be like, and pull the dad liners out, being like, we sure got here at the right time. As we're all coming through.
Well,
and then when you're done eating
yeah.
and you ate your entire steak and you look up, you say, I didn't like it one bit.
Anyway, when Cindy and I were in San Diego, there's a restaurant. It used to be a restaurant.
No, this is more important.
Okay.
The dad.
He's got government secrets to tell us.
The dad one-liner.
That is true.
The dad one-liner that I always get from my next door neighbor, who's exactly like 30 years older than me, and Bob's a great guy and everything, but I'll be outside. I'll be outside working, and he always says the same thing.
Come on over to Bob. You're done.
No, it's
you want to come do mine too? Yeah.
Are we having fun yet? Are we having fun yet?
Oh yeah, we having fun yet.
And I'm
like, that's a great one.
I don't even know how to respond to that. I'm like,
fuck no.
I'm like, bend over and I'll show you.
Right.
Like,
nice. Wow, Snowden.
I don't know what to say to
Griswold.
You got a lot of nerve talking to me like that.
I mean, I like Bob, but every time he tells me like, "Are we having fun yet?" I'm just like,
"Well, how old is Bob? How old is Bob? He could have been my waiter."
Yeah, well, possibly. Again, he's 30 years older than me. Today with the glasses, I finally, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna lean into this and just accept that I'm no longer at the very end of my middle 40s. I am now at the very beginning of my late 40s. I'm just gonna accept it.
Once you
is what it
that,
is.
it makes life easier.
The eyesight thing.
One step closer to death.
I've been having I was working on some coloring, and I'd also worked on some needlepoint over the Thanksgiving holiday, and I cross-stitched something for my daughter. It's kind of as like a little Christmas.
I guess being under house arrest, you got to find things to do, right?
Right, yeah, so much. Anyway, for doing close-up stuff, I have to do the glasses off thing now, and it's just like, so then I miss half the stuff that's on the TV because I'm just like, well, I'm fucking blind. So I wish that I could get the eye surgery, but I'm also too fucking afraid.
Exactly.
Like I have this fear of like the whole entire escapade of doing it. So
I stopped
like, put me under. Dear God, just put me under.
I stopped wearing the contacts. I mean, I used to have both contacts, and then finally the right eye improved to where I don't have to wear contacts. So I just had the one. I said, "Fuck it, I don't wear them anymore."
Your eyesight improved.
Your eyesight. Yeah.
It got better, and I think it was from not wearing the contact. In fact, my left eye is getting stronger because I don't wear the contacts.
Or it's a tumor.
Could be.
No, the correct answer is
it's not a tumor. It's not a tumor. I say that every time Amari Toomer for the Giants would catch a ball. He's not a tumor.
I think that falls into our dad camp category.
Nailed it.
Yeah.
Full circle.
No,
I got blamed for a dad joke on Instagram, and I put a chip on my shoulder. I said, I got a chip on my shoulder. And people said, boo, my brother-in-law, boo. I said, you couldn't give me a charity laugh? Not a charity laugh. It's just a little icon. Anyway.
Oh, yeah, sure.
I did want to go back a little bit to Detroiters. That show, I couldn't make up my mind if it was completely insane or pure genius.
Fair.
Yes.
And towards the end, I kind of felt it was a little too close to It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. It kind of had that same kind of vibe of just chaotic yelling.
But It's Always Sunny always goes to this really dark realm.
Yeah.
Where I think there's this spark of joy that as I watched the show, I always came back to their friendship.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I really enjoyed that dynamic. So it didn't really kind of matter all of the other things. Also, again, mentioned this multiple times, the Ted Lasso connection. Jason Sudeikis is in the pilot episode of Detroiters. Also reappears again at some point.
It's very, very funny.
And
wait, hold on. How does he reappear?
I'll just let it be known. I'm just putting that out there. But Sam from the show Detroiters, he plays Ikufu on Ted Lasso. He's the one that.
Oh my God!
Yes. I did the same exact thing. Right?
Oh shit!
Yep. That's who plays Ukufu, the African foot.
Wow.
Yeah. So there's Sam, and there's a little because we were just watching Ted Lasso season 3.
That's amazing.
There's a little shout out to Tim Robinson, one of the football players. They show one of the football players, and like I think it's Ted or someone that says, "Oh, that he looks like Tim Robinson from blah 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 blah." The Netflix show, the Tim Robinson, I Think You Should Leave. So it gets a little shout out there, and
nice.
So anyway, just some of that weird connectivity, and I know there's some that one of the I have to look it up, but one of the writer creators of the shows is on both. So
I did want to see more. Is this show done, or are they going to make another season?
I think it's done. I think that's it. It's just because it was back out in like 2016, 17.
Okay. Because I don't know what it was. I kind of wanted to hear a few more pitch ideas from the security guard. Just kind of like, yeah. He has the one hit.
He does have some great ideas. He does have some great ideas.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm thankful you made that recommendation, Matt. I liked it a lot.
Yay! Anyway, just bringing that up though, that for anybody that, but yeah, Sam Richardson, he also plays, and then
that's wild,
Tim Robinson. So
I do love the fact that his dad was played by Kevin Nash.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Former WWE wrestler.
That's right.
Oh, that was funny.
Yeah, no, this there's a lot of different cameos in it, and also a very ethnically diverse kind of grouping.
Yeah.
Like it's just it doesn't even seem like there's, I don't know. It's a nice blend. So, but
I like the secretary. She's funny.
The what?
Secretary.
Yeah.
Oh, the secretary. Oh, yeah. And again, that's like one of those humorous things that, like, in the first episode, you're kind of like, wait, what? She dropped a pen and she's bending over? This is just weird.
That's what she was saying, like when she was young and sexy, like that's what she would do for the boss, his dad,
right.
And then like now she's still trying to do it. It's like,
yeah,
it's okay. Like, you can just leave it there. Like, it's just...
it's like you want me to pick up the pin
now?
Yeah, but when his dad comes back, it's such a good.
It's a good episode. Well.
Yeah. Spoiler it. I don't know.
I like how like his dad goes, because he's trying to actually be sincere. And he's like, son, with the shit in the briefcase, it wasn't my shit. You're like, that makes it worse, Dad.
It wasn't my. I don't know if that makes it worse.
I gotta finish it. I started it, but just got moved on.
Sure. Well, there's stuff out. I mean,
well, I get distracted if something else comes on. Yeah. I start watching it.
I thought that they should have dropped the Skeleton Crew before Thanksgiving weekend, because all through Thanksgiving weekend we were just kind of sitting around, watching different old movies or, different, as you do, Thanksgiving Day parade, dog show, stuff like that. But I'll
have to tell you, Matt, like about one of the things that really irked me about Skeleton Crew, and then that was just in the first episode, and then when you get to the second episode, you're like, oh, that's why. But it was one of those things you're like, what the fuck? You know, and then I was like, you know, just as in being canon in my head. And then I'm
sure.
like, oh, okay, I get it now.
Yeah.
Like,
I am pissed because I told you I'm doing a Cheers rewatch. I'm on season 4 on Hulu. That's all. They only have 4 seasons on Hulu.
On Hulu, yeah. And I wonder if
go
it's because they don't have access
to
the rights to the Rebecca seasons.
Yeah, I went, wait, I go, what the fuck? I go, why am I watching this if it's only 4 seasons?
Yeah.
So I'm finishing it up, but I checked Netflix. I checked.
No, you got to have the cock.
When I started watching Taxi, watching.
I have the cock.
It's one of them that you can. There's one that you can watch them all, but yeah,
it should be NBC.
Then I'll just watch the cock.
Yeah. Because I know when I watched Taxi on like Hulu several years ago, I was like, that's when I realized, like, wait, you don't have all of it's like mix and match.
They skipped some episodes, yeah.
Yeah. So
they did that with Happy Days too. I was on Paramount Plus. I'm like going, well, what the fuck? Why do they only have 5 of season 1? And I go,
that's where they finally explain what happened to the older brother Chuck.
Richie killed him.
Richie killed him.
Richie's a serial killer.
Wow.
Yep.
I did a whole video on that, and I'm telling you, Richie's. I made a good case.
Well,
a strong case for it.
That's some really cool stuff, man.
I'm just telling you, Richie killed him. He was
okay.
He was the middle child, and he was jealous.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Do we have any emails?
Do we have any emails? Let's bring around those emails.
We actually have 2 now. We had 1. Now we have 2.
I smell a Randy hitting send.
Yeah. Well, no, we had actually the Randy was the first one, and then we got another one from someone else.
Really?
Right. So it's actually a proper email from Randy this time.
Ah. Horse at Denver also has a cock. Is that what it is?
Okay. Well, the Bangkok guy would know. Why is it being weird? Don't you love it when you get an email and then like it just shows up blank?
Oh yeah.
I was shooting blanks. It's kind of a problem.
But it shows up before I open it.
Just read the tiny stuff. By the way, while Nick's trying to figure out his device, I like the new improvement on the Apple.
I hate it.
Wait, no. Let me finish.
Okay.
The calculator.
The calculator's cool. Yeah.
Improvement on the calculator is fucking one of those things that you're like, we couldn't have done this, I don't know, 5 years ago. Like, this is so.
I didn't check out the calculator.
And then, like the flashlight, you can now narrow or widen the beam.
Oh, really?
I did not see that.
Yeah, and the only thing that's really irking me right now is
what's the difference on the calculator?
So as you add stuff up, you can see what you're adding up together.
Oh, I see what you're talking about now.
So you have a running total, and you can always go back one and erase.
Yes, mine are all the fucking apps are all different colors now and all bright.
You can also switch it to a scientific, and there's a converter as well. So for US dollars too.
My emails are dark.
I like how Chris is passed out bored because this is his fucking life, right?
Well, I hate doing the updates. Can I just say that? I hate because they fuck everything.
I get it.
Okay.
Love the calculator though.
What irks me is that I'm such an OCD organized person.
Is this the email?
No. Is that the only way you
had one job?
I have all my music downloaded, right? So you can assort things, but if you do it by time, which the way I do it, you can only do it from the newest to oldest. So it starts with like the Beatles in 1970. It's like, what if I want the Beatles 1962 or 3 at the top and then go down? I can't flip it to where it's the other way. It's like, you motherfuckers. So anyway, that's a little nitpick, but anyway. All right. So email wise, so it's hey Jack, do you like movies about gladiators?
I do love movies about gladiators.
Okay. Randy's Ratings 2. Maybe there was a Randy's Ratings 1. I don't remember. Hi, Jingle Bell Jack. That's what we're going to call you from now on.
All right.
Mickey Rooney Superfan Matt, St. Nicholas Nick, and Wrestling Chris.
Wasn't Mickey Rooney like a rapist and stuff like that?
I don't know.
I think he was. But go ahead.
He was the most famous actor in the world. Anyway, Last show you mentioned Gladiator 2. I was very reluctant to see it because of many of the same things you guys mentioned. But desperate for some form of entertainment, I reluctantly went. At least it was
To
cheaper.
Bangkok.
One night in Bangkok.
At least it was cheaper. It was a cheaper matinee as a senior citizens discount.
Oh, Randy was my waiter.
Yeah, it must have been. Yeah. And to my surprise, I really, really enjoyed it. Yes, the Colosseum and the gladiator fights were way over the top, but I found them quite entertaining. Sharks, baboons, and
Are you
warship.
not entertained?
Yeah. I like the characters played by Pedro Pascal, Paul Mescal, and Denzel Washington. The twin emperors had a evil, crazy House of the Dragon vibe. I was both surprised and pleased to see how many references there were to the original Gladiator film from 24 years ago. Now that makes me feel old.
Damn.
I'm still very surprised how much I enjoyed it. This is usually not my type of film, especially a sequel. Have you guys seen it yet? Thoughts, Randito?
Have not seen it. Jay and Colleen saw it and they liked it.
That's not
They
really.
thought it was good. Yeah, I know. I was waiting for Nick. You haven't seen it, Nick?
I haven't seen it, no.
I wanted to watch it because I love the first one.
My sister saw it. She said that it's not the first one. But it is good. I was like, oh, okay.
I forgot to mention. Have you guys seen Spartacus? Blood and Sand.
Yes.
The actor who plays the original Spartacus dies after the first season in real life. He dies of cancer, so you get a different Spartacus later on.
Right.
Not a real big fan of the second Spartacus, but
Yeah.
what are you gonna do?
What are you going to do?
Yeah.
Yeah. People sadly die.
Yeah.
Early detection, folks. Early detection saves lives. Cancer.
Oh, right.
Oh, okay.
I was looking at that too.
I thought it was knife fights and swords and stuff. I go, well, you're in there fighting a gladiator. You gotta. Anyway.
Second email.
Second email is from Maggie.
Maggie.
It's a short one, but the title is "Most Hated TV Characters," and she sent us a picture.
Ooh.
Ooh.
And I'll read out all 10, but which is not part of the email. I
Matt
know you
Gates on
you guys are probably
CNN.
curious.
Is he on CNN?
I don't know.
No.
Oh, okay.
So she wrote basically, "Hey guys, look at number 9. It's Chris's most hated TV character, Maggie." So I'll go ahead. I'll read these backwards. So remember, number 9 is Chris's most hated, but
Okay.
number 10, Peter Baelish from Game of Thrones.
Okay.
Number 9, Kalu.
Fuck that kid.
Oh, you mean
That-
Caillou?
Caillou.
That's the kid with the turd on his head, right?
Right. Or the bald cartoon kid.
Fuck
Well, that's Charlie
Caillou.
Brown. Too.
Look,
Yeah.
I think it's just a young Charlie Brown.
No.
Don't.
Sully
You're like,
the
don't.
man.
Charlie Brown, it wasn't even thick. It was just it was like a pubic hair on his forehead.
You know who has it really bad is Linus, because every time you see that kid, you're like, he definitely got dropped. Like his forehead is like a slope. Like, sorry.
Well,
Nick.
and I've said 100 times that Franklin looks exactly like Charlie Brown, so you know that Charlie Brown's dad and Franklin's mom
Oh,
are
you
hooking
think
up.
there's some connection?
They look exactly.
It's like,
Look at them
That's
side by
Charlie Brown's
side.
parents getting it
They're
on.
fucking
you
twins.
mean like Bill Burr and Billy Corgan?
Oh,
Oh,
did I
shit,
did
yeah.
I send you? I think I sent
Yeah.
that to you and Chris.
I think you did, but
I think you did.
no, the Corgan. Did you just say that? Sorry,
yeah, I did. I was throwing that out there.
I'm just
Sorry,
looking
we're
at
derailing Maggie's email and
Well, I'm just reading the thing now.
All right.
Oh,
Nicholas,
yeah, oh,
keep
okay.
going.
So number 8 most hated character, Livia Soprano from The Sopranos.
Fucking Caillou's still way worse.
Olivia.
Livia.
Who's Livia?
The
She was
sister.
the mom, I think, her sister. Yeah.
Oh,
That
yeah. She was a bitch.
Huh.
I never watched this show, so I don't know this character, but Show Tucker.
That was actually that she played Frasier's mom on Cheers. Anyway, go ahead.
Oh, okay.
From the Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
Oh yeah, I've never watched the full. I know
yeah.
of the Full Metal Alchemist.
I don't know anything about it.
I know some things about the.
In fact,
the
I think
armor
Maggie's making that show up altogether.
But I've never watched it.
Yeah.
Number 6 is Rachel Berry from Glee.
Oh, don't know.
I never watched Rachel was she was the main singer, right?
That's the dark-haired one, yeah.
Of anything I've ever seen about Glee, I think I equally want to punch everybody on that set.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I'm just not a big fan of musicals anyway. Like I like them, like something like La La Land, where you have some dialogue and some singing, but just a full straight out all singing, I will go crazy.
Yeah, I think she was the actress herself was just not nice to people.
By the way, Nick, La La Land opens up with specifically everyone full out breaking into song.
Yeah, I almost jumped off the bridge that they're on. No.
Anyway, I love that movie. That's good.
No, I like La La Land. Yeah, and
I've never seen it.
And I tend to think, because Whiplash came out a couple years before, I tend to think that the director, who at the end of Whiplash, I think he got fired because of his actions in Whiplash, and he became the owner of that restaurant, which is why he does not want him to play any jazz in the restaurant.
It's all connected.
It's all connected, yeah.
Conspiracy.
The number 5 most hated character is Todd Alquist from Breaking Bad.
Oh,
Todd.
Yeah, Todd. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Todd.
Todd's a dick.
Yeah. I mean,
to be fair, he was on Friday Night Lights. It was kind of a likable.
Todd is like how you grow up.
But Todd, man, he's a dick.
Yeah. Todd can fuck himself. Go ahead.
Yeah, I hate
number
Todd.
4 most hated character of all time, the Governor from The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
Well, to be fair,
misunderstood.
To be fair, he just wanted to save his daughter.
He did, yeah.
Right. So who's against?
Dude
that?
loves baseball. It's not his fault that they're not playing the game.
Yeah.
Oh wait,
different character. Yeah.
Different character. Sorry.
You're thinking.
Yeah. That's not the governor.
No, it's not the governor. Governor just wanted to save his daughter.
Yeah.
And characters 1, 2, and 3 are all from the same show. So number 3, Cersei Lannister from Game of Thrones.
Yeah, hard to argue with that.
Okay.
Number 2, Ramsay Bolton from Games of Thrones.
Yeah, hard to argue that one.
And
I put Ramsay number 1, to be honest with you.
And then number 1 is Joffrey Baratheon.
Yeah,
of
course. Yeah,
I can see that.
Mm-hmm.
Agreed.
Negan, thank you, Randy.
Negan, that's who I was thinking about.
I think that's when we stopped doing the Walking Dead with 3 Stupid Guys podcast.
I think that basically was a show killer. That, I mean, even though it was a good episode, it's just, when he comes along and kills, Glenn, and then just I think people are also tired of rinse and repeat. It was just it just was like,
look,
all right.
Glenn should have died under the dumpster. How did the fuck did he get out of that dumpster?
Yeah.
There's no fucking way he gets out of that dumpster.
He jumped a dumpster, and then there was the repercussion was that.
He said, "Hey."
Well, thanks, Maggie, for sending in the email.
Thanks, Maggie.
And Randy.
Yeah. Thanks, Randy.
So, thanks, Randy. Well, thanks for Randy for joining us.
Yeah,
all the
from
way
Bangkok.
That's dedication.
That's a loyal listener.
I can't even get students to show up to class, and you're over here halfway around the world.
Need more naked models.
So,
just saying.
That is not part of my curriculum, Jack.
Well, if you want people to show up,
okay.
Tape a banana to.
Well, if you want people to show up to this podcast, perhaps we'll be back at our regular scheduled time on Thursdays next week, or not. We don't know. We'll see. TBD as we get to the holiday season.
I know.
So
MBD,
TBD. Because we can always record on a Tuesday, or
next week I'll be available.
Flexible.
After that, not so much. But
okay.
We'll see.
11/4/18 on Thursday.
We'll have to talk about some holiday themed kind of movies. I know in years past we've kind of listed off some hidden gems to check out.
We can do a versus, maybe.
I hadn't done it in a while.
Yeah, we haven't. So I still like my idea.
I know that's what I say. Like Matt did propose an idea, like what was it, like 6 months ago, and then we never got back to it.
I love that idea.
It's probably pretty good.
Thanks. Thanks a lot. Well, I know
It's pretty good.
We're about at time here for this.
We should probably wrap it up.
Wrapping up. All right. Well, send us an email if you dare at rcadcast@gmail.com.
Gmail.
There you go. Subscribe to our YouTube, Ramblecast After Dark. I'll just type that in on YouTube. Subscribe. That would help us out.
Click and subscribe.
And you'll get a notification before every episode.
There you go. Yeah, if you subscribe, you get a notification when
It goes ding.
And let's see. I'd like to thank the patrons that go over to jayandjack.com and they've become patrons at a certain level. And Maggie being one of them, magnificent.
Maggie.
Sent in an email. Also, Joanne with the master plan.
Joanne
with the
Eckhart Richter. Thank you.
Eckhart Richter.
Eckhart Richter. Barely knew her.
Richter.
And of course, Ed, the creepy, cool, poopy letter.
He's busy right now.
I know. I hate to be in your shoes, but if we are, we're probably actually in your earbuds. So
is Chris subscribed?
Nice.
I bet he's not.
Well played, Randy.
Chris is not a joiner.
Meanwhile, I have like 4 accounts also.
Hold on. Am I?
So.
I doubt it.
We could use all of the subscribers.
We have 120 something subscribers.
Jack wants to move to TikTok. We'll see if it happens.
Actually, I was gonna talk about that. Well, I'll talk about it later.
Okay.
What's our YouTube page?
The Ramblecast After Dark.
You know what? Chris is a new Russ. Can we just say that?
Oh, that's such
I don't think I like that.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Well, let's be fair. What game are we on? What game are we on?
Don't do dirty. Don't,
Russ.
do Chris
If you're not listening, you think the listeners are listening? Anyway,
I'm subscribed, motherfucker. So there.
Oh, take that, Randy.
Eat shit. No, that was for you.
Randy.
You Jack. Fucking.
I've subscribed like 5 times. So there.
All right.
The win.
Well, there you go. That's the show. That'll do it for today. Thanks.
The second video is a video of us recording a show 6 years ago, and I'm wearing the same sweater.
Those
really?
There's a couple sections on our page where because there's some that are listed as live and some that are listed as something else. So if you click on, oh shit. I'm talking smack, and I can't even.
There's also a great clip where Nick is talking about his grandma or his mom, and it keeps getting worse each time you start bringing it up.
Oh, I remember that one. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really funny, but you're trying to every time you try and save it, you make it worse.
It just gets worse and worse. Yeah.
Anyway.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Well, we'll end it here for tonight. But thanks for joining us, everyone that joined us live in the chat. Thanks, Matt Treist, and
thanks, Sherry.
So, thank you, Sherry.
This is the first episode. Sherry did not make a comment. I think.
Matt K. So, thanks for joining us. So, and
kind of light. Maybe it's because it's Wednesday.
I mean, it's short notice too. I know I just posted it on Tuesday, but thanks for everybody that did join us live. So we appreciate it. So, do you want me to show the Ramblecast After Dark on YouTube here? So
you have to.
Well, I had it.
Wow, what do you? You're the producer. You do what you want to
do. So we have videos, and then don't we have like a live? Oh, that's us. I thought there was more. So anyway, whatever.
Exciting.
That's us.
That'll draw people over there.
Great stuff.
We might crash the internet.
Great stuff.
Fuck you.
Great stuff.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Let's blame the RCAD for crashing the internet for 24 hours.
Yeah.